Welcome, everybody, to Beating the Spread on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. The Grueling Truth Sports Network, as always, is powered by betting.net. Betting.net is your best bet for finding the online casino or sportsbook that's right for you. Make sure you check them out at betting.net. I'm your host for today's show, Beating the Spread, Mike Goodpaster. Today, we're going to look at a great matchup between the Utah Utes and the Florida Gators, which is coming up this Saturday afternoon. And Utah will come into this game actually as a road favorite. They're favored by 2.5 points. And, when we look at this, Utah is the wrong team to deal with when you're trying to get the running game going. Now, Florida has a rising superstar of an NFL quarterback prospect in Anthony Richardson, but the new Billy Napier offense will rely on a balance that starts with getting the running backs in space to eat up yards and chunks. The Gator offensive line will be good this season. A few transfers added to an already okay mix. That's kind of a plus. But this would have been much better if I'm Florida to go out and play Cream Puff University game one than to mess with the Utes. Now, Devin Lloyd and Nefi Sewell might be gone, but former Gator Muhammad Diabate is a good one to try help the cause for Utah up front. Now, the Florida Gators defensive front is going to be very good again. This is a Florida team that I think is only going to get better. I think they could win 8 games this year. And the Florida offense, especially Richardson, might be that good right away. Napier brought along a few of the good parts from his Louisiana attack. The line for the Gators should be a strength. The running back situation is as deep as any in the SEC. And no, it's not going to go ballistic against the Utah defense, but it should be effective right away. And being at home does matter because last year, the 4 losses for the Utes basically came away from Salt Lake City. Now, you did have a great game in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State that they should have won, but they did come up short. And Florida's run defense has to prove it can be night and day better than it was last season. And it has to do that against a brutish offensive front that should be able to grind some more. This is a Ute team that is built to travel. The combination of the great veteran D and the tough running game works, but there's that one problem. That one problem is the 4 losses last year came at BYU, at San Diego, at Oregon State, and at the Rose Bowl against Ohio State. Now, they did take down a dead USC team last year, Stanford and Arizona. The Pac-12 championship win was in Las Vegas. That was a lone good away win. But the program is 2-8 in its last 10 games away from home against teams that finished with a winning record. So that may make you think, well, Mike, you're going to pick Florida, right? I say no. I love Cameron Rising. I think Cameron Rising is going to be a rising superstar. I think he could end up being a first-round pick in the NFL draft. And I think Cameron Rising rises up to lead the Utah Utes to a win on the road against the Florida Gators. I think they'll win this game by a touchdown, and I think that the Utah Utes are a team that could very well find themselves in the thick of the college football playoff hunt by the time we get to October and November. This is a very dangerous, complete football team that is very well coached. The Florida Gators under Billy Napier are going to do nothing but get better as the year goes along. And Billy Napier is going to have Florida as a contender for the SEC championship every year from probably next year on. And this year, I expect them to pull 1 or 2 upsets that people don't see coming. Hopefully, this game is not one of them since we've got our money on the Utes. But I'm going to go with the Utah Utes, and I'm going to give the 2.5 points. And I want to remind everybody right now, make sure you check us out on Twitter, where you can find us at at grueling_truth. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you click in the description of the video for our top-rated sports book for betting on Florida versus Utah. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up for now. But I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.